Celebration time. It don't matter what part of the jewel they come from. You that you and me that me. But guess what? All are we the one. See what I mean? Jump and shout all over the nation. We're breaking out with a new creation. It's been too long, we've got to unite now.
Back to the video then. Yeah. Right now, we're going to play our second segment because we have another segment for you, that 3 segments of video. So we play the second segment of video, and that's a continuation of our tour where we talk about the Camp on Hilltop with Temash National Park and the seismic testing going on, the environment on the Belize and Guatemalan side of the border. We spoke with some of the officers that were on board, some of the soldiers that were on board the boat, and we end this segment at the foot of the Cadenas Hill, where we disembarked. Now, our third segment, of course, is going towards the monument, and that's the one and one you miss at all. You will look because that's where that's beautiful. So stay tuned and continue. We hope enjoying. So here we go with our second segment for visit with the Belize Defense Force to the Gracias, Adios monument.
Guatemala, that goes into Guatemala. And then this is the border here, that we continue on the border. Okay, I didn't realize the sandstone was so huge. So how far into Guatemala would this branch of the sandstone go? That would be a branch of the sandstone, right?
Correct. We'll have to
look at the map, no?
Look at the map.
Yeah.
ira uja la dena tu marie shetina batu bagu mamal medere me tu gapo la dena mamme ta saliro itani nyanga tu no urinu betikata iguago maria hawate agamba ko wati loku bidasa lwagulina gure agamba ko wati loku bidasa lwagulina gure itatu pamenida puma amunyege Hai marita guta no lupa tanabunina Hai marita guta dia lupa tanabunina tu mare ki bariko tu mare nye 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 ki bariko tu mare Tibaribo, tu mare, ay. Hoy mam, hoy ni que palo, que monada, palo, que moni, palo, que monada, palo, que monada, mari la bambino, mari que monada, mari que tibaribo, mari que monada, mari que tibaribo, ay.
Still the Sarsoon Tamash Park, or we out of that?
Still within the Sarsoon Tamash. We do accompany the tide and the Satim. We accompany them sometime in our vessel.
On the Tamash River.
Correct.
Wide as this, you know. Yes.
Much as wide as this one?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
so yes, very navigable. Very it's not as big as this, wide as this, but
navigable.
Yes.
So this river really ends at Gracias, Adios, right?
Adios, yeah.
Where the marker is.
Yeah. That's the end of it. But the both the Moho and the Tamash, certain parts, you could confuse yourself for this as wide as this. Yeah. And I could bet you if we had gone through the Tamash, you'd have seen definitely at least 5 or 6 crocodiles or alligators. You know.
There are more crocodiles in the Tamash than.
From my observation, from my experience.
Yeah. So the Sarsoon Tamash Park really borders both rivers, right?
That's correct.
The land in between both the Tamash
that's
and
correct.
the Sarsoon.
Yes.
You know what I noticed too, Colonel? We have not seen any fishing boat or anything. As a matter of fact, this is the first clearing we are seeing for quite a while.
I presume it's because of the.
That's looking into Guatemala. Let me tell folks
that's definitely in Guatemala. Yeah. I think the reason why you have not seen any vessels so far is perhaps because of the holiday season. Normally, you'll see small dories, fishing boats, smaller than this, of course, but you'll normally see them
fishing all the way.
That's correct, yeah.
our side. Our side is pretty much intact.
What you'll see, Rene, pretty much shortly coming up, what our Belizeans farmers refer to as wamil, and wamil are overgrown or old plantation. On our side, the people actually they came across and used to farm, and now the plantations are overgrown. So you'll see some of that shortly, and as I see one, I'll point it out to you.
But of course, the land here is higher than we were earlier. The elevation is.
When we left the mouth of the Starstone, it was mostly mangrove and it was so swampy. Now you could see higher vegetation, higher terrain.
Now we could see the difference. You know, look how clean and this land is. Everything is cut except the strip along the.
It's mostly pasture land. Yeah. Exactly. On our side, thank God, it's a good thing for us.
You could clearly see the difference between Belize and Guatemala. On the Guatemalan side, it's all cleared and farm. On the Belizean side, still jungle.
Jungle, yeah.
And it's quite distinct when you're flying.
You can
see the difference quite clearly.
I noticed in Arenal, particularly when we stood on a football field and you looked across, you could see the big difference in the border. You know, Guatemala, like we are seeing right here now, cleared. But I noticed too, they never cut down the trees and the river embankment, which somebody with some kind of conscience, I guess, was doing this, because the trees on the river embankment are pretty much intact.
Sort of.
Down to the river. But beyond the trees is all cleared.
As you mentioned, it's a very sensible thing to do, because otherwise you imagine the erosion that would have taken place.
So they have left it all.
Yes, just to hold the bank in place.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the soil are just washed away.
See, it becomes even more obvious here. See how they cut down there? Okay, so that's the Guatemalan side, and then maybe we could just swing and get the Belize side.
Tu hago begidara, dia nesebeda. Lo hago bomalale, anina rebao. Gaye bao na negesi uabadina. Tu hago begidara, dia nesebeda. Lo hago bomalale, anina rebao. Gaye bao na negesi.
That's where our troops will be going.
the
Since
troops are going up there.
see there are two flagpoles. That's where the soldiers will be going today. They'll be climbing up
So
that
they'll
hill.
be hiking up the hill.
That's correct. And as I mentioned, the height of it is about 185 meters above sea level. So it's quite a trekking they have to do.
So 600 feet.
That's
For
correct.
those of us who measure in feet.
So you could actually see,
to get up there, you walk through the
you,
jungle.
you, you have to walk through the jungle, and portion of the route you have to use rope because the hill is so steep. You need to use some rope to get up to the top. It's not all smooth walking. So a great portion you have to use ropes.
And from that hill, you have a clear view into Guatemala.
Exactly. We from that position, we could monitor the major highways, Cibol and Popton highways, and we could also observe the Guatemalan camp as well. Because the Guatemalan Armed Forces, they have a camp just on the other side of the border. So from that position, we have a very good view of what is going on below.
Was there a time that when the British were here with the helicopters, it was easier for you guys, right? Because they would assist you with helicopters.
Really, one of my first deployments was right here at Calinas, and it was done by the Royal Air Force, the British Army Puma. We got inserted and extracted using the helicopters from the British Army. Now, since they left, and we know at the BDF we don't have any rotary ring asset, so we have to do everything the hard way now by foot.
You need a helicopter, man.
We need one, but I guess it's a bit expensive to maintain. And I think right now we have a couple of pilots who are training on rotary wing platform. So in the future we will have pilots, and then I think down the road we'll get the helicopter. So we were making strides in that direction because we're having people train right now, and then I think the procurement of it is another issue. But it's I think I'm not a pilot, and perhaps Colonel Shepard could elaborate the maintenance costs and how that operates. So maybe Colonel Shepard could.
Helicopter would run about $1,500 US an hour.
$1,500 US an hour to operate a helicopter.
Maintenance costs. Well, that's a light utility helicopter that carries about two crew and six passengers. So it's something like that we'll be looking for the BDF.
That's a lot of money indeed, but it's necessary.
It's necessary, yeah, and it makes a lot of difference in life and death situations. And it might sound a lot in terms of cash, but the benefit you could get from it far outweigh the cost.
Now the soldiers here, how long will they be staying on this base?
Normal deployment for normal tour duty out here is for deployed. You'll be out here for 2 weeks, but because we had the season and we wanted some people to get off, we made this changeover in a week's time so that people can get who work for Christmas will be able to get the New Year's off. So for this particular changeover, it was only for a week, but normally it's for 2 weeks.
No,
Aaron Rodriguez, sir.
okay. Have you been on this detail
Well,
before?
actually, no, this is my first time I come to this OP.
Okay. So what you're looking forward to? What's going through your mind at this time?
Well, just to do the job the right way, do the right thing.
How long have you been with the BDF?
Year and a half.
What made you decide to join the BDF?
Well, because I love Belize.
And that's a beautiful answer. All of us love Belize, and like I keep saying, you guys in the BDF are indeed patriots serving your country. What part of Belize are you originally from?
I'm from Corozal, Santa Clara Village.
Santa Clara.
Yes, sir.
And these, you have 8 men with you? Or?
Yeah, we have them 8 men with me.
One of the key persons that we have on board, or two key personnel, is the medic, Corporal Cano. You know, we can.
Corporal, you can't do without the medic.
Exactly. So if anybody gets sick, he's the man on spot to deal with any ailments and emergencies.
Now, where did you get your training, Corporal?
Here at BDF and with U.S. Special Forces and with BERT, the ambulance.
You're originally from what part of Belize?
Benke.
How long have you been with the BDF?
8 years, 8 months and 3 days.
8 years. You're counting the days, man. 8 years, 8 months, and 3 days. You're actually counting it. What's the experience like in the BDF? How would you describe your experience in the BDF?
You learn how to appreciate Belize. For example, the jungle, the animals, everything. Because when you do patrols in the jungle, you notice that the animals are starting to get extinct. And also you learn how to appreciate each one another whenever you are maybe you need help or so. You will notice that you have your friends that can always help you. You also learn leadership.
More good. I'm going to tell you, as a Belizean, I feel proud of you guys, you know, and I'm very happy that for this opportunity to actually be here with you and to talk with you. And I'm sure when I say, I could talk on behalf of the whole nation, and I say thank you for a job well done, you know, because you can see the importance of the Belize Defense Force, particularly on missions like this, Colonel. You know, and when you come out, it's an eye opener to a lot of us who say, "Oh, the BDF," and you know, but but it's an eye opener to all of us. And you are.
Well, I'm Lance Corporal Ikali. I'm a section commander to IC. I've been in the Belize Defense Force for 8 years, and I enjoy working with them.
What you got most out of BDF? You heard teamwork, leadership skills. What?
Well, I love working with them because you build friends and relationship with working with the troops, you know. And also I love patrolling, you know. And most of all, I love working with my section commanders and my platoon commanders. They are very important person to me because they show me or teach me how to build confidence in them, you know. And also in my future I plan to become a section commander.
Good, so you know exactly. Have you been on this before? This operation here?
Yeah, I've been, like what I said, I've been serving for 8 years, and this is not my first trip. So,
what's the experience like up there? Being way up there.
Being up there, it's just a normal life as the way how we are trained. We are trained very tough to say, you know, because to this type of environment, it's very challenging, and I like to be challenged by the jungle, not by enemies, but my jungle. You know? Yeah, so I enjoy it.
My job is to ensure that communication is on the vessel or with the patrol, and we communicate back to the camp or whatsoever. If there should be any incident or anything happen, I'm the first one to call in and ensure that everything is okay. Once communication is on the camp, on the vessel or on any patrol, we are okay.
I noticed from left Punta Gorda you were busy communicating. Who you were communicating with Punta Gorda and here? Or?
Yeah, also, and also on top of the hill. We're telling we're coming, where we are, and what we are doing, and how far we are from drop-off point.
So they keep track of you all the time?
Yes, sir. I keep track of everything.
What made you join the BDF?
I always want to be a soldier. From very small, I always want to be a soldier.
And BDF has met your expectations?
So far, I'm going up. and I'm enjoying it so far.
It's been a great experience. What do you like most about being a soldier?
Well, the main thing I like about being a soldier is patrolling. To being to every time I go out on the in the jungle or anywhere, there's something new, new experience you have, something new about it. So maybe I've been here today upon Cadenas, tomorrow I'll be in Santa Rosa. So I learned something, and it's a adventure for me.
You meet a lot of people, I think.
People, a lot of things you see, things that people don't see, we see it, we're the first one to see.
I know many times you guys are serving and it's holiday time, like especially now you're on New Year's, you'll be on top of Cadenas. Or no, you're with the boat.
I'm the boat. Always at a signal. Yeah, always on the boat.
But you'll be working New Year's there as well.
I finished my work, so I'll be heading home today. If everything goes good, I'll be heading home for my New Year's off. Okay. But if everything should go bad, then we go for it.
Guys here who have to be on top of Cadenas New Year's Day, right? So we'll be thinking about them, right? Definitely we'll be thinking about them. Right. That's Cadenas there.
That's correct.
But how we were looking at it from another way, how the river flows.
Exactly.
Okay, so we just went around. So this is yeah. So this is the same hill we were looking at, but we were looking at the other from different angle. The river just twists around it.
Just
And that's where we disembarked. It's right at the foot of the Cadenas Hill, right? And the Buenamarca is a little bit away from the hill. So that's why we had to make our trek through the jungle to reach the Buenamarca.